Hey, it's me, duncte123, and welcome back to another JDA tutorial. And in this tutorial, we're gonna make what you see right here on your screen, which is a user info embed, and those can actually get pretty complex. But first, I'm gonna go to the JDA Discord guild and we're gonna update some stuff. So what I'm gonna type is Gradle utils ready. This is in the JDA server, by the way. And what we get over here is first we need to update our JDA version. Oh, we're on 3.8.1 right now. And we're also gonna get JDA utilities. And we're not just gonna get JDA utilities, we're gonna get JDA utilities commons, which is a smaller package than the entire JDA utilities one, and it just only has what we need. So now that we have updated JDA with the latest patches and features from Discord, and we have the JDA utilities library included, we can right click on our command package and hit new Java class. And here we're gonna type the class name, which is user info command. And of course, as always, let's add this to GitHub. User info command will implement I command. My IDE is very laggy today for some reason, and let's import the methods. What's going on? Why are you lagging? For our invoke, we're gonna type user info, and for our help, we're gonna type displays information about a user, and let's go to a new line and we type usage. Constants dot prefix, and then we're gonna add get invoke, and then we're gonna concatenate a string onto it, and we're gonna type username slash add user ID. So real quick, what this means is that when we run the command normally, we get our information. When we do a username and then the pound sign and discriminator we get for that user, we can either add a user or we can take a user ID. So all of these are gonna work. So first off, in our handle method, we need to check if our arguments are empty. If not, we're gonna send a message. And yes, I just pasted that in because I'm a cheater. Next up, we're gonna string joined, and we're gonna just join our args again. So string dot join args. There we go. And then we're gonna get a list of users. We're gonna call this found users, and this is equal to finder util. And finder util is, if we hover over this, you see com.jagrush.jdautilities.commons.utils. That's where it's from. And then we're gonna type find users. We're gonna say joined, and for JDA we need to pass an event of get JDA. So right now this can only find users by their real name and not by their nickname, because nicknames are from guilds and not from JDA. So what we could do then is if found users dot is empty, and then we're gonna create a list of member, which are member found members is equal to finder util dot find members. We're gonna get our joined query and we do event dot get gold. Next up, if our found members are also empty, found members. If the found members are also empty, we're just gonna say no users found for joined and we're gonna return. But if we found some members, we say found users is equal to found members. And notice that this isn't possible because these are users and these are members. What we can do then is we can stream. We're gonna map. And right here we have a member. And we can just say member.getUser. And we're gonna say collect.toList. As you can see, we can replace this lambda with a method reference. And if you don't know what method reference are, you should totally look them up because they're super cool. But basically what this is, we type the class name, colon, and then the method name. And this is a method reference, and right now all our members will be converted to users. So next up, we're gonna get the user and the member from the guild. There you go. So we're gonna get the first user, and because we have the user, we can also get the member. And now we're going to create an embed. So you type message embed is equal to embed utils dot default embed, and we're gonna build it already. Next up, we're gonna set the color on the embed, which is member.getColor. Next up, we're gonna set a thumbnail, and that will be user.getEffectiveAvatarURL. And we use getEffectiveAvatarURL to make sure that we don't have null randomly, because if we have null, things will crash. Well, here's an example. If a user doesn't have an avatar set, a custom one, like I have and Connor has, and a lot of people have, like if they don't have a custom one set, they have the default one. For example, this user over here has the default avatar. If we don't use getEffectiveAvatarURL, we don't get this avatar URL from the default one. But we get just null return because the user doesn't have an avatar set. So that's why we use getEffectiveAvatarURL. Next up, we're gonna add a field, and we're gonna say username hashtag discriminator. And for the value, we're gonna say string.format. Remember our user format, percentage hashtag s user, and inline will be false. We're gonna add a field for our display name, and we're just gonna type member.getEffectiveName. And we're gonna also not make it inline. So again, the effective name is the same as effectiveAvatarURL. The nickname would return null if the user doesn't have a nickname set. And otherwise we'll just return the nickname, just like effectiveAvatarURL returns the user's avatar URL. Next up, we're gonna add another field, which is user ID plus mention. And we're just gonna format the string for this as well, because it's easy. String format, and what we want is, first I want the ID, and then in brackets I want the mention. So we do this user.getID, and we do member.get as mentioned. And of course, it's not inline. There we go. Next up, we're gonna add another field called account created. And this holds the value user.get creation time.format. We're gonna date time formatter, and the thing is the RFC1123 date time, and it's not in line. Why is my IDE lagging? Stop lagging. Next up, we're gonna add a field which is guild joined. This is member.get join date, and we're just gonna steal this little format over here and paste it after this, and we're just gonna type inline false. Next up, we're gonna add the online status as a field, so online status, and this one I'm just gonna copy from my other screen, which is essentially member.getOnlineStatus.name.to lowercase, and then we're replacing every underscore with a space. That should be. And next up, we're gonna add the field bot account, and here we're gonna say user dot is bot. Yes, and if he isn't a bot, no. And that's how we create our embed. And after that, we're gonna send our embed to the channel. And last but not least, we're gonna add a command, new user info command. And according to my cheat sheet, that should be everything for this episode. So let's run the bot and see if it works. So right now, if we type user info and we mention the user, for example, transport, you can see it nicely displays the user info. It says this name over here. It's Strandbot, bot account, yes, status offline, joined, and when the account was created. It's almost a year after. Next up, we're gonna get the user by its ID. So let's get myself by my ID. Let's just copy my ID. So user info, paste my ID in there, and as you can see, it gives my ID. What you also might be able to see is that my GIF avatar here is very gray in compared to what's in my message, and that's actually an easy fix. Because for some reason embeds don't like GIF avatars, and if you're ever working with images, do this, what I'm currently gonna do right now. If you have the avatar URL, replace GIF with PNG. And that's literally how Discord works. Currently, if you look at my thing, it's also displaying a PNG instead of a GIF. It's not a GIF that magically stops playing, it's just a PNG image. So if we copy this again and paste it in right now, you can see that the avatar has all its color back and it looks way nicer. So I just changed my bot's nickname to Nick, and if we type user info JDA, as you can see, it finds my bot. But if we type user info Nick, because we did the member check, it will also find it. And last but not least, I need colors discriminator. Damn it. Luckily I know my own discriminator. Actually, did I do color? No, I didn't. Okay. let's get someone with a discriminator. So let's get myself. And if I type the exclamation mark user info with my name and discriminator, it will also show up. And that's it for this tutorial. If you liked it, leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And maybe I see you next time on MenuDocs or my own channel, because this video is going up on both channels. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!